What is it like to die in Cuba? More specifically, what is it like to die in communist Cuba? What kind of chaos comes with transporting a coffin from one end of the island to the other? If you wanted to fit all of Cuba into a single movie, from west to east, and offer a unified cultural and social vision, this would be the ultimate opportunity. Guantanamera, 1995, is an acclaimed Cuban black comedy and road movie. Directed by Tomás Gutiérrez Alea and Juan Carlos Tabío, the film uses an unusual funeral procession across the island to satirize state bureaucracy, portraying the harsh realities and contradictions of Cuban society with bittersweet humor. The story begins when Julieta, a famous singer from the past, suddenly passes away while visiting her niece in Guantanamo, a city located on the eastern side of the island. Due to fuel shortages, moving her body all the way to Havana, in the west, becomes an absolute odyssey. To comply with strict government regulations, the coffin must be transferred from province to province through a vehicle relay system. This unusual funeral road trip intertwines the fates of old flames, stubborn bureaucrats, and truck drivers. The film shines for its sharp critique of bureaucracy, corruption, and inefficient government policies. Through absurd and comical situations, the directors expose how the rigidity of the system constantly clashes with the spontaneity, survival instincts, and will to live of the Cuban people. Ironically, the main character's death serves as a catalyst for the living to rediscover love, freedom, and passion. Wrapping the plot in the tone of a traditional comedy, the film incorporates musical elements set to the rhythm of the famous song, Guantanamera. Some attribute it to Josito Fernandez, while others credit another author of the same name. Either way, the lyrics are adapted to match the misfortunes of the main characters. Guantanamera is a musical piece with a fixed chorus, but the body of the song can be modified and improvised, allowing it to flow naturally in all its different versions. This masterpiece represents the final work of Tomás Gutiérrez Alea, one of Latin America's most important filmmakers, who passed away during filming, leaving the completion of the project in the hands of his longtime collaborator, Juan Carlos Tabío. Gutiérrez Alea defined it as a movie about love, not a movie about death, exploring how Cubans view love, marriage, and sexuality. I invite you to enjoy a full lineup of top-tier talent. Mirtha Ibarra, the actress and wife of director Tomás Gutiérrez Alea, made a very accurate comment about the film. The caravan around the island is a portrait of this island. The roadside cafes, the highway vendors, the railroad crossings, the funeral homes, the rest stops along the highways, the hitchhikers waiting for a ride, the farmers' houses. The movie is packed with peculiar places that form fascinating pieces of the Cuban puzzle. And like all Cuban cinema, the symbols are right there: the rain that cleanses, the girl, the bata drums. Direct allusions to communism are exposed in several scenes as dark omens of reality. The film touches upon the painful dominance of the US dollar over the Cuban currency, and the deep dissatisfaction Cubans feel when their stomachs suffer the consequences of this financial confusion. Olofi and Afro-Cuban folklore are also highly allegorical in the film, filled with stories and pataquis, myths. Like the famous Cuban poet Nicolas Gillan once wrote, "Todo mezclado, everything is mixed together." Immortalized in Cuban society long after this cinematic funeral made every Cuban household laugh, a famous quote by actress Paula Ali remains relevant today: "A mí lo mismo me da un entierro que un homenage, it's all the same to me, whether it's a funeral or a tribute." I invite you to see for yourself through this movie what makes Cuba truly unique. You are going to love it. It is available right here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like to make sure we show up in your feed.